Hey everyone, what's going on? What's going on? Alright, it's March 18th, the Sunday 2018. How are you? How is everyone doing, huh? What are you guys up to? Oh man, I was down in Atlanta and I such a like I have I'm lightheaded and I feel so good. Like there was a convention down there. I went there and then I listened to a great leader. And I just feel so positive, man. I just so feel so positive. All the negativity that sometimes uh, um, gets into your life. Whatever girlfriend issues or whatever the hell it is. I feel like all those are gone. I feel like some force actually acted on them, and then I feel so good. I feel so good, man. Feel so good. Yeah, so I came back today. I missed my flight in the morning. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Because I was having too much fun with all the other folks at the bar at Marquis, Marriott Marquis down in Atlanta. Oh man, you guys should stay there at least. Like, if you're in Atlanta, you should stay at Marquis. If you look up, right, it looks like a goddamn ship. The way they have built it, it's like the one in Times Square, right? But the one in Times Square is smaller. The one in Atlanta, oh man, holy shit. Looks like a fucking ship. You look up and the elevators with the glass, walls and all that going up and down, and you look up. The way they built it is like, some spiral shapes and all that. So in any case, that's where I was staying. That's a great place to stay actually. And then I got a room for my sister and my dad's buddy on Saturday night. I because she had an Airbnb with other family friends, but she had to leave because the Airbnb was uh, uh, was uh, was supposed to be vacated by noon. I think noon Saturday. So I had them over to my room. They got the what do you call their stuff to my room, and then actually the night before that, we were dancing and all that. The people from Hansa, a lot of ladies out there at my sister's Airbnb, and so and then yeah, we had a good time. I met a lot of people from Hansa, where we come from. We have like the way they actually stand out. Is that the term used? English slang? Why? Yeah, because they first of all they are fair skinned, fairer than my skin. Second, they usually wear that hat, the Hansa hat. You can look it up, and then you can basically you can see that they are from where you're originally from, and then you go up to them, talk to them, and they're like in your own language, Brushaski, Brushaski or whatever the hell it is. So it was such a nice time. I had such a nice time. Except that I think I made a blunder of telling some girl that I was attracted to her, and she was going like crazy. Oh, this is that, blah blah blah. I'm too young and blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, whatever. But, so I just ignored her, and that's what I did. And so yeah, I had a great time down in Atlanta. My sister was there. All our family friends were there, and so yeah, it was a great time. And I'm going to send them a text message. All the other people from Hunza that I met who came from states like Washington, city of Seattle, Las Vegas, even from Vancouver. I think some people came from Vancouver, DC, and Florida, Orlando, and obviously, us, the New York people. So it was fun. It was fun, and it was very spiritual. It was a spiritual convention that I attended, and I feel lightheaded now, and I feel good, except for that one bullshit disaster and blunder that I made telling a girl. But in any case, excuse my language. I mean, I'm sorry. Excuse my burping because I just had some food. Not excuse my language. Um, so yeah, that's what I did over the weekend. I flew down on Friday after work. Actually, I had to change my flight because it was too late, and I was supposed to meet my sister and the family friends. So I changed it, but this time I missed the flight. Because we had a lot of fun. Like last night, it was too much fun. Saturday night, also, it is March 17th. You guys know what March 17th is? Huh? March 17th, yeah. So apparently is also St. Patty's Day as well as my birthday. So, uh, so, uh, so it was a lot of fun. But my sister wanted to do something, and then my dad's buddy, he was like, he had some soup. We had dinner down at the Marquis restaurant. They have a great space, man. Like a goddamn holy shit, dude. It was so nice. Like it was so nice, like seeing all the people, meeting all the people from where I come from, and yeah, I'm gonna send them a text. I think am I repeating myself? Yeah, I think I'm gonna send them a text just to reconnect. And I think we're gonna do some sort of what do you call it? Gathering. I think we should do like a gathering on the somewhere. I think I think I'm gonna plan that gathering, and it's good to see people from where you come from, who speak the language that you speak, etc., etc. And also, it's connections, business connections. Most of the people where I come from, they're very educated, are business minded, and they are successful. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is what happened when Irish came for the first time, like 100 years ago. And they were like, fucking, you know what? This guy sounds like Irish. He speaks like Irish English. So he better be where the fuck it is. Let's go drinking together, where the fuck it is. No, there was no drinking involved there, but I came where I was meeting the people. Although we were supposed to meet up at their Airbnb, but everybody was like in this like mode of like, oh, we had to get to the airport next morning or tomorrow. We had to go back, etc., etc. But it was all fun. It was all fun, and it was great, man. I mean, I feel great to be honest with you. It was great, and yeah. So I came back today, and then I did some cleaning in my new apartment. As you all know, I moved to a new place. Right? How's everyone doing, by the way? Did you guys miss me? Huh? Huh? You guys miss me? Huh? I don't think so. You guys miss me. I mean, I do this podcast for my own entertainment, not entertainment, but as a hobby. And I'm pretty sure you all relate to this. I discuss a lot of things about tech, a lot of tech uh, future of human beings on this planet and beyond this planet Earth, and what it means to actually live. I think that's a very to the point question. What it means to live and what happens after we die. I guess we don't know. Nobody knows what happens after we die. But I guess the spiritual convention tells you that there is some sort of entity within our. I think I feel that, and then and they and the way I understand this whole thing uh, is that that in other dimensions, I mean, science actually talks about that. Astrophysicists like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Michio Kaku and Carl Sagan, who was at the forefront of, the golden bracket for the Voyager. Oh, by the way, so I met some down at Marquee, right? So they have this bar, beautiful restaurant, but their food sucks. Don't eat there. No, don't eat there. But if you want to get a drink, yeah, that's the place to be. Like, just get a nice drink, and there's another issue that like Atlanta has. All these like freaking southern states, they have a problem with like alcohol apparently, obviously. So what they do is this. So the guy goes on like, oh, last call, like around like 12:45 a.m., right? And then what they do is that uh, by like 1 o'clock, they have to put all the bottles into like a locker, and they have to lock it up. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What the? You guys have drinking issues. I mean, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I thought that was funny because, like, if you go to like Bushwick, uh, like few years, like years ago, I used to go to Bushwick like 4 o'clock in the morning, one of those like early morning parties, right? Yeah, there's alcohol everywhere. Nobody fucking cares about alcohol. I think the kids in Bushwick, they don't fucking care about alcohol because they have other good, better drugs to do, right? I guess, right? Yeah. But, yeah, so South has a lot of drinking problems. I mean, that sounds like Prohibition era nonsense to me. So that's what they were doing. I'm like, okay, so I'm sitting at the bar, right? This is Friday night, so I'm sitting at the bar, and this is like 12 something, and the guy gave me a drink, and I mean, I ordered a drink, and then his assistant brought this like some sort of a cage, like a cage or what the hell it was. The what do you call these? It's like a locker, but you can actually carry it. You know, you can actually freaking carry it, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Is he bringing in more alcohol? Because I saw all the bottles in there, right? But then I realized, holy shit! So you know how if you go to a bar and and in the back of the bar or in the front, you see not the front because front is where you sit, right? But in the back, you see all these bottles, right? But then, I started noticing that they were disappearing from the fucking bar. Like, what the fuck, dude? So they're putting all those bottles of alcohol into their cage or, a locker, sort of a locker. And then okay, so I said, listen, hey man, what's going on here? I mean, why do you guys have to do this? And the guy goes like, oh, this is the law here. What is it, like goddamn prohibition here? What the fuck's going on? And I was like, what? Oh man. So yeah, so that's the South. So that's Atlanta, South, where the fuck it is. Um, but other than that, it was fun. I had a good time, meeting people. Uh, listening to a great leader who doesn't make any political statements, who doesn't make any fatwas and all that. It's just great, man. It's just great. It just feels great, amazing. Like this was like a psychedelic experience for me. You know, all my like senses are heightened. You know, like if you do like something like ayahuasca or something like that, I've done that, and you know how your senses are heightened after that. You know, like the next day or something like this. So it sounds like spiritual. You know, it's like it's amazing. Like it's amazing, man. And women and all the gender associates out there. I hope you guys and girls, and again, I'm repeating myself as I always do, are having fun. So yeah, that was my Atlanta trip, and yeah, so you know the you know what I really hate about like going to all these places, like when I go to Colorado, like Denver, not Denver, like Boulder, I went to. The places are really um, hard to find like a bagel shop where you can get your 2 egg sandwich, you know, like in the morning, you know. Okay, maybe you're boozing out at night or whatever, you're out and you're partying, whatever the hell you're doing, right? But in the morning, you know, like, because I don't drink coffee, man. No, coffee is a drug. It's a mild cocaine. You know, I don't do that. But in the morning, when you know, when I get up, whether here or wherever I am, if I'm traveling, I want to find a place where they can get me nice, like a bagel sandwich with 2 eggs and you know, Swiss, 2 eggs and Swiss, and lettuce, mushrooms, onions. Man, I can't start my day without that. So I found a place called apparently in Atlanta. You know, we had to go to this convention, but I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry, my sister. So we were in Uber, and then my dad's buddy was in there too. And so I said to my sister, listen, I can't start my day without like my 2 egg sandwich. You know, like a homemade bagel, you know, bread and all that. And I apparently I found in the South they have this bagel shops called Einstein Bros Bagel, right? And they're fucking awesome, man. They're fucking awesome. They're like the bagels are awesome. Like not as bad, not as good as that's what I wanted to say. Not as good as in New York, Brooklyn, because man, we have the best bagels, and the bread is like you know like made right there, and so that was amazing. So that's when I actually start my day. You know, 2 eggs, uh, Swiss on a plain bagel, lettuce with onions, not toasted, please, not toasted. You know, so that was great. But you know what happened? So Saturday morning, right? So we are going to this convention. We're in the Uber, and I usually like call Siri, and like I would usually do like something like um, uh, I would do something like hey Siri, like if I do something like with Siri, like so if I say, for example, right, this is what I do with Siri, you know, because Siri is actually powerful uh, software bot. Software bot, soft bot. Is there a new term that actually I coined in? Is that true? I think so. There you go. Hey Siri, find a bagel shop.
Okay, one option nearby is Court Street Bagels on Court Street. Do you want that one?
I'm not sure.
Great. I can call or get directions. Just tell me what you'd like to do.
No, I was just testing something.
The second is La Bagel Delight on Court Street, less than a half mile to the west, and it gets 3.5 stars.
Okay,
It's open today from
Siri,
6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Is that the one you want?
Siri, now you're annoying me.
Not at me, I hope.
Yes, you are. So in any case, so you got my point, right? So again, I can't start my day without a plain bagel, 2 eggs, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, Swiss cheese, please, nachos. So yeah, I found Einstein bros. You know what happened? So I said so again. I'm sorry to digress, but so I told my sister and my dad's buddy. He's this like tiny guy who has been in the United States for like 40 years. He was like the first trendsetters, and I actually met like a lot of people who actually I went to school with, not school. Yeah, I went. Yeah, and they were saying like some jokes about this my dad's buddy that he actually came to United States before Christ. That's how old like that's how long ago he actually came to this country. That's funny. But to getting back to my point is uh, that yeah I can't start my day without a bagel and all that, man. No, I can't. But it was great. It was great, to see all the people from where I come from, and it's all like positive, It's all positive. We all are there, and it was nice. It was really nice. All right, so it's already 21 minutes, and I don't want to go on and on about Atlanta. Atlanta, by the way, is a nice place actually, but I can't. I don't think I can handle the heat down there. But I think Atlanta is very business friendly and all that, as opposed to New York, because New York is all bureaucratic bullshit. Um, Hold on a second. New York Times tweeted recently, what the fuck is going on with Trump and all that, dude. I'm so glad that like I was without a phone for like a few years, like not few years. Yeah, I was without a phone for a few years, and then I was in the saddest, and then I woke up, and it was like fucking what the fuck it was. Um, yeah, too much fun, and I want to get into my cheat sheet so I can talk about stuff that I want to talk about, and I don't want to go on and on about Atlanta. Atlanta was fun. Um, yeah, it was really fun. Maybe too much fun. I think that's what it was. You know what Atlanta is called? Hotlanta. Hotlanta for two reasons. One is apparently my ex-boss told me. Not he told me, but like I was texting my ex-colleagues. Hey, so I'm in Atlanta. I'm just flying into Atlanta, and they were like, oh, he was like, oh yeah, Hotlanta, Hotlanta. And then I looked up what Hotlanta means. So it means two things. One is that Atlanta apparently has a lot of like nightclubs. Back in the days, remember back in the fucking days, I used to go to nightclubs and where all these hot chicks. Oh man! So apparently Atlanta has like these nightclubs where all the hot chicks go in there, and that's why it's called Hotlanta, right? And the other reason is obviously because Atlanta is in the south, and it gets really hot in summers. So there you go, Hotlanta, Hotlanta. Look it up. Look it up. All right, so I want to get into my cheat sheet a little bit, so I can talk about the stuff that I want to talk about, and I hope you all relate to that. Um, so I listened to Carlin, the comedian. Carlin, the comedian, he was one of the brilliant comedians in history that goes into a book. I don't know which book, but you get my point. Um, so he has some jokes about airplanes, right? So if you listen to like his like rant on the airplanes, because I just flew back into Gotham City. So I guess that led to me. He goes on like, "What's pre-board?" No, no, not pre. No, that's. I don't think I said that right. What's pre-boarding? Pre-boarding. So what the fuck does that mean? Pre-boarding means like boarding before boarding. You got my point, right? So yeah, listen to John Carlin, and he's a funny guy, you know. So yeah, he did, and he has all the other jokes about airplanes and like how people like fucking, you know, it's like disgusting. Like traveling actually is disgusting. To be honest with you, now that I'm thinking, traveling is disgusting. Uh, why? Like okay, so if you are to travel, now that I'm thinking, I'm not talking about thinking. I'm not talking about thinking. I'm not thinking about talking, right? Yeah. Oh man, I gotta trim my beard. That's what my sister told me. Yeah, I think I have to do that before my next date. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy moly moly shit. Holy moly moly shit. But but listen. So I got I got into I got into the airport, right? So I got into the airport, and I had this guy who actually took me to the airport in Atlanta, right? And I'm running late because I woke up late because I had too much fun like last night. And the guy's like, "Hey, you're fine, man. You're fine. You know, you're freaking fine. You know, like you know." It's like only 40 minutes when you got there, right? After the Einstein Bagel, which I made a mistake, which I admit. And then I go in there. American Airlines is like, "No, sorry, you know, it's too late." I'm like, "Can you give me like a goddamn like the next flight where I can fly?" But apparently, you know, you can't book a flight. You know, if it's within 24, excuse me, a lot of God and blood, and because I had some like, what did I have? Oh, yeah, I had a lot of tomatoes. Holy shit, man! Holy God! I had a salad actually from the French banquet, wherever the hell it is, on Court Street by Skimmerhorn, which is where I live. Um, so, but yeah, so I was, I was actually late. I was sort of late, yeah, for my flight, which is not good. Obviously, you get my point, right? So, but I got, I did put me into standby, and then I get home. I think we arrived at Atlanta. Well, we arrived in Atlanta on Friday, but we arrived now tonight at New York Airport. LaGuardia, LaGuardia, by the way, is getting an overhaul apparently. But you know what it is? Speaking of the fucking airports, man, Atlanta Airport is the fucking worst. Like it takes you like 45 fucking minutes or 50 fucking minutes to actually go through the fucking security and all that fucking. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Why do I have to fucking do this? You know, I'm like, I'm pissed. Like, I'm goddamn pissed. And not that I did anything stupid, but I'm there. Like, what the fuck? So we had to go through this, go through that, blah, 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 blah. It takes like 40 minutes to go through the fucking line to get to the fucking security where you have to take off your shoes and where the fuck it is, right? Oh man, that was like a fucking disaster. Like Atlanta needs a bigger, like a fucking bigger airport. Like if you talk about like uh, LaGuardia Airport is being overhauled, I would say Atlanta needs like a fucking huge fucking airport, and the better customer service. They need more people. What the fuck it is they have to do is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit because all these people are stranded, and luckily, my flight, my next flight they gave me was like at 2 o'clock, 2:20, and I could, I could actually, I could do that. I could like do 40 minutes, on the what do you call on the line. But I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, if I had a flight like an hour from now, that means I have only like fucking 15 minutes to get to the gates. That fucking sucks. Atlanta is one of the worst airports, to be honest with you. The traveling, avoid Atlanta as possible. Sir, ma'am, or any other gender associates. All right. So that's my take. That's my take on airplanes and the airports and George Carlin jokes and all that. All right. So next topic. Next breaking topic. National Geographic magazine racist past. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, oh shit. Is that something political I'm talking about? Because I don't want to talk about political bullshit. National Geographic magazine, as you all know, if you are familiar with that, National Geographic magazine, obviously National Geographic Society, I think produces it, had a racist history. I don't know what the hell the racist history means, but apparently they had some issues with neglecting maybe black people. I don't know, people of color. I don't know what the fuck it is, too. So maybe you can look it up for yourself. But yeah, so look it up. I don't know why the fuck do I have this, but I have this, so I have to mention that as part of my cheat sheet. Holy shit, man. Holy fucking shit. Atlanta, dude. Atlanta. Holy shit, dude. Alright, so my next topic is regarding. Oh, hold on a second. Shit, hold on. I'm sorry. Hey everyone, I apologize. I'm sorry. I was I was I had to be wait for a second two for a reason nobody understands. Right, exactly. So what the hell I was discussing? National Geographic magazine addresses past. So apparently they had an issue, obviously there, with their stuff and all that. All white and where the hell it is, men, white men, and all black people or no people of color, or where the hell it was in the past. All these things are like surfacing now. Like with the Me Too movement and all that. Like this whole fucking thing, dude. I don't know. Is it like out of proportion? I'm not sure. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I'm not saying that the white people have been racist. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the white people in the past have not been racist. Obviously, racism, whatever the fuck, ism is everywhere. I mean, I call myself more Caucasian than any other race because of my heritage and all that. But the point of my digression, since I am digressing, I just want to close my point, this point, because racism, and I was actually listening to public radio when I actually, you know what I did, by the way? So I had like such a little time, so I drove my smart car, right? Like my little smart car after work on Friday, and I only had like an hour. I only had like a fucking hour to get to LaGuardia, check in, and like park my car in the long-term parking and all that. You know what you should do actually? Maybe not JFK, because JFK is like fucking, where the fuck it is, too fucking far in fucking Queens, right? But this is what I did. So I actually, I drove, right? So I drove nearby to goddamn LaGuardia Airport. And, so on 23rd Street, I'm like, I'm kind of scrambling, I'm kind of fucking scrambling to like fucking, oh, where the fuck it is, right? And, to get to the airport and try to find long-term parking if they have long-term parking. If they don't have long-term parking, what the fuck then? Where am I gonna go? Like, so so what I did was I think I made a mistake of like taking another exit, but then I got on 23rd Street and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? All right, so that's it. You know what? I found a spot where you could actually legally park on this fucking street. You know? So right now you have like 50 fucking minutes to get to your fucking plane, right? So what did I do was I found a spot which is legal to park. So I parked my car right there, took my shit, I called an Uber. I'm like, dude, take me to fucking departures for American Airlines. And that's what I did. And there I was. I was on the fucking plane. So if you are flying from LaGuardia and you don't have a lot of time, I suggest you do that. You like don't need to fucking like go into a parking lot and do all that like bourgeois thing. Just go on 23rd Street. It's always parking there. Like if you're going to Miami or if you're going to fucking Las Vegas, and and um, you need to park your car. Yeah, that's what you do, man. Yeah, that's what you fucking do. Park on 23rd Street and just call an Uber, and and he will take you to the departure. That's what I did, and it worked out fine. Perfect. It's safe out there. It's not, it's story. In any case, okay, so I want to move on about my topics in my cheat sheet. Cheat sheet? Yeah, cheat fucking sheet. Alright, so cheat fucking sheet. Cheat fucking sheet. That makes sense, right? Alright, so the next topic. Okay, so some disaster happened this week, or past week, actually. I'm sorry, not this week, because this week now starts. Because this is Sunday, which is the fun day, and I don't know why we have to start a day on January 1st, because as per astrophysicists like Neil deGrasse Tyson, I had a look at his Twitter account. I mean, I had a look at his tweets, and why is not my phone not charging? I don't fucking understand. Okay, something is wrong, and my phone is not charging. But in any case, the point I'm trying to make um, is that the astrophysicists and scientists are trying their best to find out a unified theory of everything. And with that, some disaster happened last week, which I mentioned before. Stephen Hawking actually died. Stephen Hawking, he was the chair of the Newtonian, what is it called? The fucking Newtonian, what the fuck is it? Oxford University in New England? Not New England, but real England, in London. So he died, apparently. And many astrophysicists, I'm sure they have to say a lot of things. And because I'm an engineer and we are trying to find out how this universe came into being, and what does it mean to actually have different dimensions or higher dimensions. Maybe the higher dimensions, in the higher dimensions, maybe these laws don't apply. I don't know. I'm just saying that Stephen Hawking died at the age of 76. This guy actually had like a disease. Like this guy had a disease. Oh man. And he was given like, I don't know, 2 months to live. But he lived another 50 years. That's something like that. I don't know, 40 years, 40 fucking years. And a lot of people in science, astrophysics, are sighing because he was a legend. Stephen Hawking was a legend. I remember, I don't know if any of you actually read The Brief History of Time, actually given to me by a friend of mine. He gave me this book because he was into that and he was a really nerd. I wasn't. I was like fucking like I was okay. I think my brief history of time is that I was trying to be a nerd when I wasn't. I was like appearing to be a nerd, but I wasn't. I was just like trying to like hook up with like I was like trying to like you get my point, right? I was trying to like act like, oh, I'm a nerd, but I'm actually not a nerd. I just want to like be with this girl and like, like we can have a good time, and I don't care, you know. But he was a nerd. He was a real nerd, and so he gave me the book called The Brief History of Time. I actually did read that to an extent that I could. And it talks about time and what it means to be in this time, in this reality, and the beyond. Right? So I'm not a nerd, so I'm just giving you the trailer. Look it up for yourself. This is the trailer. So watch the movie for your own goddamn self. Okay, so that's it. That's my take on Stephen Hawking, but I think Stephen Hawking lived 50 more years, 40 more years. That's fucking amazing, even though I'm not a nerd. And so I think that's fucking amazing. I think I'll mention him in his book, Brief History of Time. One thing that really amazed me as not a nerd, but somebody who would be like, "Oh yeah, this is fucking amazing," Because okay, I'm not. I don't think I'm a nerd. People think I am, but I'm not because I'm always like pushing for like, like, dude, just let's just like fucking like, push this, okay? Okay, don't be in your nerdy fucking space, dude. Well, I'm too old to be nerdy anyways. But the point I'm trying to make is that he was a legend. He was a fucking legend, whether I understand what the fuck he was saying in the brief history of time or not. But he was a legend, and he actually survived ALS, that fucking disease. I don't know what the fuck LS means, so maybe I should look it up. ALS disease, Stephen Hawking. Oh, by the way, I was watching. Oh, God damn it. Bill Maher show. You know, what the fuck it is. Real time with Bill Maher. I was watching that, and you know, he talks about a lot of fucking bullshit. So let me just say, Stephen Hawking. Sorry, I apologize. So Stephen Hawking. Okay, here we go. Everything goes into goddamn Wikipedia. I thought that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it does. So Stephen Hawking, CHCBEFRS, was an English theoretical physicist, cosmologist, author, and director of research at the Center for Theoretical Cosmology at the University of Cambridge. His scientific work included a collaboration with Roger Penrose on gravitational singularity theorism, blah, 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 blah. It goes on and on. So the point I'm trying to make is that he was a legend in the astrophysicist. Despite the fact that he had that disease, he just went on for like 40 fucking more years. Oh man, that's like legendary. You know, that's like legendary. All right, so let's just move on for a second because I don't want to go on and on about. All right, so apparently, if you're in the space, your DNA changes. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? So your DNA changes when you're in fucking space? Is that what it is? Apparently. So, I mean, if you Google, I don't want to go on about Google again, but I saw an article, I actually read an article, DNA change in space. DNA change in space. So, astronauts, okay, so I have an article on CNN. Astronaut gene expression no longer same as his identical twin. What the fuck, dude? Okay, so astronaut gene expression no longer same as his identical twin, NASA finds. So 93% of Scott Kelly's genetic expression returned to normal once he returned to Earth. What the fuck does that mean? So that means that actually his DNA changed while he was in fucking space about the Earth. How? So it changed. Okay. So this is very interesting because, like, if everybody like Elon Musk and all these people, if they were to like put people into space and you know into Mars, so if the DNA is going to change like in a year, spending a year in space not only changes your autosomal expression, gene expression. Holy shit, dude! What the fuck, dude? So it changes your DNA. What the fuck? So being out in space, preliminary results from NASA's twin study revealed that 70% of Scott Kelly's genetic expression, how his genes function within cells, did not return to baseline after his return to Earth. The study looks at what happened to Kelly before, during, and after he spent one year actually abroad, aboard, that's the term you want to use, man, aboard the International Space Station through an extensive comparison with his adopted Mark, who remained on Earth. Though Scott Kelly's genetic expression changed, he and Mark are still next. What changes in gene? Okay, I don't want to go on about this. You know what, guys? You can look it up for yourself. That's it. Look it up for yourself. So let's just move on in my teaching. You can go on about your own self. I mean, in your own time. You know what I mean? Because I want to discuss and cover the stuff that I want to cover. In my podcast. All right, so Miami University bridge crash. What the fuck, dude? So Miami International University, apparently they even have a course on bridge construction and all that. And the bridge collapsed, and now 6 people died, and that sucks. In this country, I mean, it sounds like fucking Philippines to me. That the bridge collapses, and then 6 people fucking die. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I'm sorry. Somebody's got to be responsible for that. So that's my take on that one. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened. Excuse my language, but I don't know what happened there. But I think something happened at least. Something happened. Something happened. I don't know. I mean, there are like NTCB, which is National Transportation Board, or what the fuck it is. They're looking into that. But I'm not an expert on that. So I'll leave up to you all to figure out. Right? Right. Alright, so The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. Okay, so I watched The Last Jedi. Actually, I have finished it up tonight. Finally, it's available to watch on Netflix, where the hell it is. Luke Skywalker is the last Jedi, but Yoda was saying that no, let's not burn the Jedi Temple and all that. No spoiler alerts, but I think that's the call on that one. I was watching when I was traveling from Atlanta to New York, and it fucking sucks, man. Like the internet, like you pay like $20, not $20, 24, not 24, like $12, right? And go, whatever the fuck it is, like, dude, that fucking whole fucking thing sucks. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you because that sucks. That sucks. Like, I had a hard time even like watching a movie. Like getting to the internet and watching a movie. I paid like $12 for the whole fucking flight, dude. And I just like, I'm like, no, I can't fucking do this, man. In any case, so let's just move on because we have a lot of topics to discuss. Well, not a lot of topics, but a few topics. All right, so Facebook is apparently launching something like Facebook Live. What the fuck is that? Facebook Live. As if like I'm trying to remember what's that other light thing? Like an iPhone light. What the fuck it is, dude? You get my point, right? It's light. Facebook is the worst place to be to begin with. So Facebook is like launching something like a Facebook Lite for people who are just joining Goddamn Facebook. Come on, give me a fucking break. Facebook is the worst. Don't go on Facebook. Don't, um, no, don't do anything on Facebook. That's it. That's the fucking it, dude, for Facebook. Alright, so next topic, let's just go on. Because I don't want to go on and on. Because I had to sleep, because I just came from Atlanta, etc., 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 right? East River helicopter crash. Oh, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened there, dude? So East River in New York had a helicopter crash which killed 4 people. What the fuck, dude? First of all, I think we should ban all helicopters because they're so fucking noisy, and this technology has never evolved. Like helicopter technology has never evolved, and I think we have now the personal flights is called drones, and I think the drones are actually powered up the batteries, not like goddamn like making the huge machines which make a lot of fucking noise because of the engines and all that, right? So I think that's what it is. And I don't know what the fuck happened with the East River crash. I'm not sure, but you can look it up. I'm not an expert on that, but helicopters are a fucking nuisance. Their technology has to be involved, not involved, but evolved. That's what I wanted to say. That has to be evolved because you know what? Because if you don't evolve, if we as human beings, if we don't evolve, we are snails. Even worse, I think even worse, because snails evolve into something else. So yeah, so that's it. So I hope you all enjoyed my podcast. Uh, Atlanta, that was my last topic in my cheat sheet. All right, okay. So I'll speak to you all in a week, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all relate to what I'm talking about.